And with Lloydminster being so uniquely placed on the border of two provinces, we decided to ask area residents how they feel about the time change. Currently, the border city follows daylight savings time, but some residents feel we should be more like Saskatchewan, which stays on the same time year-round. Marilyn says she grew up with the time change and that changing time in the spring and the fall is a pain. Pat wrote to us, "Seems to me there are far more important things that our government should be working to improve. Daylight savings time is just fine as far as I'm concerned." He goes on to say he enjoys the longer daylight hours in the summer evenings and more daylight in the winter. But you can't please everyone. And here's one of my personal favorites. Michael Tristan says there's nothing like cutting 12 inches off the top of a blanket, sewing it to the bottom and thinking you have a longer blanket. He adds both Alberta and Saskatchewan are industrially connected and that they should stay on the same time. Toy and antique enthusiasts had a chance to see some handmade creations and much more at the Border City Collectors Show and Sale. The two-day event wrapped up today at the Lloydminster Stockade. Brian Lentz has more.
Miniature farm equipment is a big part of the show and sale, an interest passed down through generations.
I've been doing this for probably 11 years, and since he was a baby he started, and my husband's been doing it for a good 20 plus years, so it's a family affair.
The models take many hours to build, but often begin with the most simple materials.
I started off with a sheet of plywood, some rigid insulation, and then a little imagination and spray paint, and we created something.
A popular item was a tractor and cultivator made completely from scratch.
We can fly through the air, we can go down the roads with every convenience in our automobiles and even driverless cars now, and go to the moon and go to Mars because of people that have the initiative and the incentive and the ambition and the knowledge to build something like that piece.
There's something to see for people of all ages, and people continue to attend the show after 25 years.
When you walk down the aisles here, there's probably something for everybody that will trigger a memory. Now, whether they purchase it or not, or whether they collect that's a different story. But I think it's a lot to do with the memories that it brings back, the good memories.
Some of the parents will come by and say, "Oh, we had this tractor when we were farming."
In the past, proceeds from the show have gone towards the Lloydminster and Region Health Foundation, the Men's Shelter, and the Bar Colony Museum. Brian Lentz, Newcap News.
The festivities in downtown Lloydminster are finally wrapping up a busy weekend of hometown hockey. Despite cold weather, many took part in the celebration of Canada's game, which also served as great exposure for the border city. Josh Ryan reports.
Please welcome Tars Long.
The setting of Scotiabank Hot Stove was a little more intimate than normal due to weather, but like the rest of the weekend of hometown hockey, it was a joyous celebration of the game and the reasons why so many Canadians love it.
Hockey can be really competitive, and it's good for the kids just to have fun and have a good time, and there's lots of fun things to do, some good music, and it looks like everybody's having a blast.
There's a reason why a lot of these things do happen to come here eventually, and it's because it's right there in the lifeblood of our community.
The response from event staff was also positive, from the broadcasters down to those organizing each venue and activity.
Some of them it was the first time, some of them had been here before. I had members from my district team that came in that didn't know Lloydminster was so big.
Local businesses also benefited from the excitement. Hickson says there was a steady stream of first-time customers from both inside and outside Lloydminster.
It's good exposure for us because lots of people in the city that didn't know we were here, even though we've been here for 60 years. It's cool that they come in and they can take a look around.
Cherian believes that the attention of the weekend should be a boon for the community moving forward.
At the same time, when we have these hometown hockey events as well, people kind of feel good about where they are and kind of excited that there's a lot of community events that are happening. And at the same time, a lot of people from outside of town are coming into Lloyd as well.
And considering the city's new outlook after a tough couple of years, the timing couldn't have been better.
It's great to see something come through to boost people's spirits a little bit, and I think we're getting it just the right time. And hopefully we're going to see some better times here in the near future.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
Lloydminster has a new national champion. Saturday night, the Lakeland Wrestlers women's volleyball team beat Camosun College on its home court in Victoria, BC in 4 sets to claim gold at the national championship. The team arrived home Sunday afternoon, and Lance Phillips was there to catch all the drama.
We head into nationals and we get through the first round, which was a super tough match. And then, yeah, we rolled from there. It's just an unbelievable finish to our season.
Incredible. I mean, feeling what I felt 4 or 5 years ago, and finally completing it is incredible.
The full story coming tomorrow on Newcap News. Recently, the AJHL handed out its yearly hardware. This includes such distinguishments as Most Valuable Player, Top Goaltender, and Scoring Champion. But there's other awards that require just as much dedication. Pontiac's forward Ryan Symington was this year's recipient of the Don McNabb Memorial Trophy as the league's most dedicated player. It's an award that carries special meaning because of who decides the winner.
Definitely a huge honor, obviously. There's lots of guys in the league that could have easily got it, but to be recognized for it is there's no words for it. It just shows that the hard work has paid off.
First of all, you have to be nominated by your peer coaches within the North to even get the opportunity to be voted on by the entire league. And to me, a Most Dedicated Player Award means not only the way you play, and that's playing the right way. That's a 200-foot commitment player that plays hard each and every single shift.
But there's more to the honor than what's done on the ice, and the third-year Pontiac emulates everything that describes the award's ideal candidate.
What you do in the community, how you carry yourself as a human being. And Ryan Symington is the first person to stand up and lead by example. He's not afraid to say what needs to be said, but then he goes out there and he backs up exactly what he says. And in the community, he's a phenomenal citizen, and he really embodies and represents what a dedicated award means.
We try to get out and volunteer as much as we possibly can. I think we logged close to 1,800 hours this year as a team, so we try to pay it forward to them, and yeah, exactly things like just signing autographs for the kids and making their day.
Symington is the second Pontiac's player to win the award, with the first being Kevin Carthy in 2011.